Hello.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Ugly Cat Studio. Draw with me with Catherine Hébert, where today we are drawing with her Jonathan the Tortoise.
Yes, it should be a fun one. We'll go through the story of what happened with Jonathan and why we're drawing him and who he is and what his story is.
Who he was and who he continues to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, first of all, I have totally lost my train of thought, so you want to jog my train of thought back to where it was?
Well, where are we drawing Jonathan?
Oh, yeah, okay. So Jonathan is a 193-ish year old tortoise. He's widely considered to be the world's oldest known living land animal. I think there's like trees and whales and stuff that are older, but of us landlubbers, he's the oldest. And he's living out his days on the island of St. Helena, which you may remember from being where Napoleon was sent at one point. After Elba, before Elba, I'm not sure. And last week, on April Fool's Day, in fact, a tweet came out purporting to be from Jonathan's longtime veterinarian, saying that he had unfortunately passed. And the news media, the BBC, etc., reported on it, and everyone was super sad because, Jonathan is cool. Then a couple of days later, it came out that he was not dead. The person who tweeted was not the veterinarian and was in fact asking for crypto donations to donate to, Jonathan's memorial or something. So the whole thing was a hoax. The whole thing was a crypto scam. And,
And we discovered he wasn't dead on the stream last week.
Yeah. So, I had mentioned, I came across Jonathan the day of his supposed death on Reddit and told Catherine about him and sent her a few pictures because he's cute. He's an old tortoise. It seemed like an important story.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about him last week on the stream, and I Googled it, and I was like, oh, crap. He's not dead. And,
well, you didn't say, oh, crap. We're pretty happy that he's not dead.
Well, yeah. But it was like, oh, my God, he's not dead. And we read the BBC article on stream because that's how awesome of entertainment content we are, just reading news articles. And we had thought about doing a tribute to Jonathan after he had died. But, then it turned out he was still alive. So Catherine was like, we shouldn't do the tribute. I was like, wait, no, we should do the tribute twice as much. Because he's still alive, and he deserves better than being the subject of a crypto scam.
That is true.
So Catherine is going to paint him today. And as you can see, she's already gotten started with the initial sketching.
Yeah. So I'm using two different reference images for Jonathan here. Mostly because most of the picture of Jonathan himself, outside of the kind of old archive pictures, they're not royalty free, public domain. So I can draw him, but if we ever decide to sell it, then I can't sell the painting.
Yeah.
So I'm using a photo that has the license for me to use it as I see fit, but I'm kind of working. So my reference picture currently is Jonathan, and I'm using his face, but then the rest of the tortoise is from another reference picture.
So you're doing one of those deep fakes where you put Natalie Portman's face on some other lady's body.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's morally superior than copyright infringement.
Well, I'm not allowed to copyright infringe.
You're not allowed to deep fake either.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Though what's Jonathan going to do? Sue us? He doesn't have any money. The crypto scam fell through. So, can you imagine being born in 1832 in a, analog world? And, then they invent the airplane and put a man on the moon, and then, 80 years later, you're still alive?
I know, it's crazy.
He was around to see them put a man near the moon again.
That's true. You'll probably see it. Question. When was Napoleon on l'île de Sainte-Hélène?
I don't know if lived in is the appropriate word.
Well, when was he there? Like, my question is, as you can
No, no,
probably
no.
guess.
He would have been 20, 30 years before.
Okay, that was my question.
Nixon. Who am I talking about? Napoleon. Why did I call him Nixon?
That's a good question.
Napoleon was sent to St. Helena in 1815
Okay.
and died in 1821. So then,
So they never met.
no, 11 years later. Oh, no, sorry. So 11 years later, Jonathan was born, like in 1832-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then he didn't get sent to St. Helena until 1880s something.
Oh, okay. Where was he born?
He was born in the Seychelles.
Good place to be.
He is a Seychellois tortoise. Brought to St. Helena in 1882 when he was fully mature already.
Mm.
His age is estimated because fully mature implies around 50 years old.
Okay.
So, like, you and I are not even fully mature yet.
Yeah. So we don't know exactly when he hatched.
No. And I haven't found any information about his goings on, his doings, his darings do between birth and him being brought to St. Helena.
Okay. So we don't know much.
Yeah. He could have been involved in all kinds of things. He could have been in the Crimean War. He could have been in the Great Indian Mutiny.
That's true.
He could have been in the Opium Wars.
Nobody knows.
He could have been on the Confederate side in the U.S. Civil War. I find that like exceedingly unlikely.
Yeah, don't he's not. Let's not like assume that
Well, given that he's a tortoise and therefore is cold-blooded and needs a warm climate, it's much more likely that he would have found refuge in the South than the North.
that doesn't mean that he was a terrible person.
So he would have been hanging out in like New Orleans and not hanging out in like Vermont. I know it was a different time. You can't judge people by what they were doing in 1882 or 1862.
Yeah, well, you can.
Yeah, I guess that it was a different time thing doesn't really count when you're still around.
Yeah.
So in the 90s, they gave Jonathan a mate named Frederica, and hoped that they would make little Jonathans. And for years and years, they made no babies, and the doctors were not sure why that was the case. Until one day, Frederica had like a lesion on her shell, so the doctors took her for examination and discovered Frederica was actually Frederick, and it was a male, and that's why they weren't why their like constant mating sessions were not producing eggs.
Yeah.
So they renamed Frederica to Frederick, and apparently they're still around today, like going at it. I don't know what like going at it looks like for 200-year-old tortoises, but
There is pictures if you Google.
yeah, I haven't seen video though.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, I'm gonna start, I think, blocking in my colors. I think the sketch is pretty good.
Are you gonna do the red thing?
No, probably not for this one.
And FYI, the red thing means Kathleen has a technique of painting like red on around the character
Yeah.
before she paints in the detail. So sorry, go ahead.
I like it when I do either like kind of warm tone, like skin, like human skin, like we are kind of, if I put light through my finger, you can see that there's pink and red going through. So I like that, like having a first layer of red gives like that warmth and that color underneath. And also I like when it's peeking out a little bit, but I think in the case of Jonathan, because the image is mostly kind of brown, I think Jonathan's a bit grayer, so I'm gonna probably be a little bit less saturated, but maybe I'll do it. Maybe a little bit around his face. That could be
Well, I
cute.
was gonna say that maybe not red, but something else.
It could. Maybe I'll do it a little bit more orange.
Well, I was gonna think like greenish.
I mean, it could. I guess I could do. We could try that. We could try a green layer and see what
Because he's green.
and then we can see what it looks like. But first, I'm doing my kind of just removing some of the white from the canvas. So I'm just kind of like a wash of brown, just so it when the my actual painting is not 100% opaque, then we don't have like super bright white in the back. That's a technique that also like you do when you do an actual like painting on a canvas.
So the whole top half of the painting is his shell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I was thinking, I saw a picture of Jonathan that has a little like party hat because it was his birthday. Do we want to do like because it's so old? Do we want to do something like that?
Well, his birthday's not till December. I'm always like do it normal, and then we can add a party hat if you want later, and then remove it.
Because that'd be cute though. A little party hat on Jonathan, but okay. Let's do it without first, and maybe I'll add it. Okay, so let's try a layer of green. Not too bright of a green, I think, but...
Yeah, I knew you'd pick that color. Like a Wes Anderson KitchenAid.
Yeah. I mean, it's me we're talking about.
Yeah. This is a little more saturated than
Yeah.
Wes Anderson KitchenAid.
Yeah.
If you really want to get into copyright infringement, you could give him stuff for like Ninja Turtle accoutrement, like samurai weapons and stuff. Little eye mask.
That's true. Okay, now let's start the actual painting.
So this picture you're looking at is Jonathan?
No.
Okay.
So I'm gonna block the colors with this one, and I'm gonna switch between. I can't have two reference pictures in Procreate. At least I don't know how. But this one here that we see is not Jonathan. That's the image that I can actually use to paint. Jonathan is here. So that is Jonathan, and that's gonna be the head that I'm gonna paint. So he's a little bit grayer than the tortoise image that I'm using.
Is the other tortoise the same kind of tortoise?
I don't know. But they look similar, and I'm gonna use like Jonathan's face and like colors to do that. It's just the actual like layers, though the pose is fairly similar. Yeah. But it's not the same image, so should be good.
So the giant tortoises of the Seychelles were thought to be extinct.
Oh.
It was thought as recently as 1995 that they were extinct in the wild, and like Jonathan and his other captive ones were the only ones that lived. But then they found some in the wild.
So many fake news and hoax about Jonathan.
Well, I don't know if it's fake news or so much as to the best of their knowledge.
Yeah.
It's called the Seychelles giant tortoise, aka the domed giant tortoise.
Well, I really like him. I like his face. He has kind of really sunken eyes that are really dark, and I think that's really cute.
Well, he is blind.
That is true.
He is blind and supposedly lost his sense of smell, but his hearing is very good.
He is delightful.
He is delightful. Now, I don't have no idea where St. Helena is. Do you know where it is? Like now I know where it is.
I googled it once.
It's in the South Atlantic, between Africa and South America.
Okay, yeah.
Closer to Africa, but
Yeah, I would have said like on the coast of Africa, but I don't think that's...
like if you're going from the tip of Brazil to like Angola, it's about like 60% of the
Yeah.
way there.
Is there a lot of things on that island? Or like was like Napoleon by himself on that island just...
I mean, I don't know how much stuff there is. Like they don't have a, Taco Bell and a sports stadium and stuff.
But I mean, like, is there a lot of like cities or...
Population right now is 4,400.
Okay, it's honestly more than I thought.
I would have guessed like 100,000, like a Caribbean island, like a small Caribbean island. No, 4,000 people. It's a British overseas territory. Let's see the demographics.
I'm cold. I'm gonna turn on the heat a little bit and maybe close the windows.
Close the windows, but can you hold up on the heat?
Yeah.
Because I'm not cold.
It was pretty warm today here, so I opened the windows in my office, but now the sun is setting, so it's starting to be a little bit cooler.
So St. Helena, 4,000 something people.
Mm-hmm.
About half of which are of African descent, 25% of white European descent, and 25% of Chinese descent. Which is not surprising. That like a lot of places have like mixes like that, like Mauritius or Singapore or.
Okay, so I'm going back to my reference image of the actual image that I'm painting. So I'm going to use this one for the lighting specifically, and I'm going to refer to the other one just for the facial features of Jonathan, so you can recognize him.
The difference between painting this and painting like a mammal, I guess, is the texture of the scaling.
Yeah, that's going to be...
where it's not just a surface thing, it's actually like the shaping. Like each scale's got its own shadow and...
Yep, that's going to be annoying.
You need to paint a smooth animal.
Well, I agree.
I've been saying dolphin. They're super smooth, no scales, no fur, no fins.
Yeah,
but no, they have fins. Sorry.
They don't have a. They're not the subject of a crypto hoax.
There's got to be dolphin scams.
Yeah, probably.
Dolphin scam. That's what I'm going to Google. There's a German property firm named Dolphin that did some scams. But that's not the same thing as like the dolphin, the animal.
So, is he in a zoo? Or like, does he live on a private estate? Or what's his...
So he lives at Plantation House, which is the grounds of the governor's residence.
Okay.
So it's like living on the White House lawn.
Yeah, I know you met the Queen at some point.
Which Queen?
Liz.
You might have met Vicky too.
Possibly.
Though Victoria never left Britain, to my knowledge.
She didn't? I thought she did, but I don't know.
She may have gone to Europe.
Yeah.
but like never to the colonies.
Okay.
Like she befriended people from all her domains, like that Indian dude
Yeah, yeah.
whose name I forget. I'm gonna guess Mohammed. But she never went to Canada. She never went to India. She never went to Australia. According to ChatGPT, she did leave Britain. She traveled to the continent several times,
Okay.
especially to France and perhaps once to Prussia.
I mean, that makes sense. Like what most of her family is like.
No,
No,
but
she's the mother of everyone, or the aunt, or like the.
oh, of all the royal families of Europe,
Yeah,
you mean?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But like other kings of Britain, of the United Kingdom, went to the emperor of the British Empire, like often went around the British Empire.
Yeah, yeah.
Like several of her descendants went to India
Mm-hmm.
because like that was the crown jewel of the British Empire, and like the only place where where they were actually emperors and not just king,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of a scam to begin with. When Germany unified, like Prussia and all the other states unified under the Kaiser.
Mm-hmm.
The Kaiser was now an emperor and not just a king. But the Kaiser was also like the nephew or grandson or something of Victoria. So she had to upgrade from queen to empress to like keep the order of succession. Not the order of succession, the order of,
Mm-hmm.
what do you call it? When like, who gets to sit at the first at the table and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah.
There's a word for that. So Prime Minister Disraeli like quickly hatched a scheme to upgrade her from Queen of India to Empress of India. And India was not like a free country, so they didn't get the choice to object.
Yeah.
But also, it had been recently taken over from the Mughal Empire, so like they were more amenable to have an emperor than like Canada would be. Can you imagine if like the French Canadian settlers were told, "You are now under Empress Victoria"? They would have been like,
Yeah, already the like.
they would have been like,
Queen as a.
yeah. I was going to say some choice Quebec swear words that they would have said, but I'm going to keep it clean. So she never left, except for Western Europe. Unlike Jonathan, who sailed from all the way from the Seychelles to St. Helena.
Yeah.
Which is not a close thing.
Why did he bring him there?
So that's what I can't get a firm like read on, but as a gift is all it says.
Okay.
So the Seychelles is on the eastern side of Africa, like in the middle of the Indian Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody decided to get Jonathan and 3 other tortoises and sailed them around the Cape of Good Hope to the eastern side of Africa, to St. Helena, as a gift for somebody.
Okay.
I assume around the Cape. I don't think the Suez Canal was built yet.
Probably not.
When was this? No, Suez Canal was opened in 1869. So yeah,
Oh
it
wow,
was
it's
built.
older than I thought.
Yeah. Wow. That must have been a lot of manual labor to dig.
Yeah.
No caterpillars and excavators and whatnot.
Well, like a lot of the big infrastructures in the world. Like I was working on a movie once about the railroad in Canada, like crossing the country from east to west.
Yeah.
That's also like an insane amount of work. Like carving a railroad in the Rockies with like
Yeah.
it's a
And it was not safe work either.
No, it was not.
That's why they got like Chinese migrant labor to do
Yeah.
a lot of it. It's funny how much like the world has changed in 200 years, but in some ways it hasn't. Like there's still like massive flows of migrant labor around the world doing jobs that the rich countries don't want to do.
Yeah.
Which countries are the rich countries changes. Instead of Chinese people moving to the Rockies to dig things, it's like Nigerian people moving to Japan to do things.
Yeah.
But like, it's still or people going to China for that matter.
Yes.
Oh, you asked me the other day if there are any reptiles in Quebec.
Mm-hmm.
I said there wasn't, and you were like surprised, but then agreed with me that it was cold. So obviously there's no reptiles. I was totally wrong. There are some turtles,
I knew there were some turtles.
but only in like the southern, like edge of Quebec. Like
Well, where everyone lives.
touche. But like not even where everyone lives, but like
we are in the southern part of Quebec.
but like close to Ontario, like not in the Gaspé, not near Quebec
Yeah.
City, not near New Brunswick. They're all in like near New York State and like the Montreal area.
Mm.
None of them so giant as Jonathan.
Yeah.
But the other thing that we didn't think of, which is even stupider of us, was not the turtles, it's snakes.
Oh, yeah, I know. Like there's
tons of snakes
everywhere.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we were especially dumb to forget snakes.
Yeah. What do they do in the winter, the snakes here?
Skiing mainly, some skating.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do they hibernate?
Maybe they hide in like garages and stuff like that.
Yeah, but if they evolved to like this climate, they came pre-garage.
Yeah, I guess so.
Garages are what, like last 100 years?
Yeah. But like before, was it like in stables and barns and like where it's warm in the winter and they can like stay?
But even then, like, it wasn't really like a built-up area. There wasn't a lot of permanent building.
Yeah, it's true.
You'd get like the sweat lodges and wigwams and whatnot, but those are a little more temporary. And even then, only like presumably if they have evolved to be here, they've been here for hundreds of thousands of years, and people have not been.
Yeah.
Okay, I got some data for you.
Okay, I want the fun facts.
They do not hibernate; they brumate.
What does that mean?
It's like the reptile version of hibernation.
Okay, but what does that mean?
It's like hibernation, but it's not.
Okay, can you tell me why it's different?
I can, but it's going to take me a little while. I'm trying to stall, and you're not helping me. It does take more than a few seconds to type in a word and then like find the right thing. Okay, hibernation is done by mammals, warm-blooded, where they mammals generate their own body heat.
Okay.
So they can just like go into a low temperature state.
Mhm.
That's like not like a natural state for them, where the body temperature goes down significantly. Brumation is for cold-blooded animals, which is like it's not like they go into a state. It's just it gets cold, so they slow down. Like it's automatic.
Okay.
Like if you take a bear and you put him in like a cold room, like where they store meat, He's not going to hibernate immediately. Whereas if you put an iguana in the cold room, it like will slow to a
the
crawl.
body's just like fuck it swarm and will like kind of
Yeah, like it's not even. There's no actual process. It's just like
yeah, the body just does it.
yeah. So I guess that's the difference.
Okay.
So reptiles brumate. Snakes go underground into protected spots called hibernacula, such as rock crevices, burrows, old foundations, or other places below the frost line.
Okay.
Sometimes in big groups. And freshwater turtles will overwinter underwater on the bottom of ponds and stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes in the mud. And some box turtles will burrow into loose soil on the land. So basically they go into like a warm spot or like a burrow, all of them. What I don't get is how the water turtles can survive underwater. Don't they need to breathe?
Yeah, it's all very strange.
Oh, they can get oxygen from the water
Okay. I didn't know turtles could do that.
through the skin and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know they could do that.
I think frogs and stuff do that too. I think people can do it too.
That seems unlikely. At least I certainly can do it. At least not enough to stay alive.
It's called cutaneous respiration, aka skin breathing, and 1 to 2% of human respiration is done through the skin.
Well, I'm not part of that 2%, I think.
But you wouldn't feel it. But like CO2 and stuff is like passing through the skin, but it's a tiny portion compared to.
Still, my money is on I cannot do it. Like, I'm not gonna bet money that I'm in that 2%.
No, not 2% of people can do it. 2% of the air you breathe is through your skin.
Oh, I thought 2% of people. I was like, for sure, I'm not.
No. 2% of the gas you exchange with the world is via the skin.
So it's not enough to like keep you alive.
No. It works on like amphibians and stuff because they're cold-blooded, so their metabolism is like 100 times less than ours. But for highly vascularized things like the wings of bats, it can be up to 12% of CO2 that's exhaled through the skin. I think it's more exhaling than inhaling.
Well, we're learning things today.
You want to hear something gross?
Yes.
There's also enteral respiration, aka cloacal respiration, aka the butthole.
Yeah.
And sea turtles do this. They have a couple of air bladders near the butthole, and absorb oxygen and give off gas in that area.
Charming.
Jonathan might do it.
I mean, most likely, given he's a tortoise.
He's a land tortoise, though.
Aren't all tortoises land tortoises and turtles are in the water?
You're asking me the hard questions.
That's what we do here.
Yes.
On parle des vraies affaires and we ask the real questions.
Are you able to put stuff on screen?
No, I forgot to set that up.
Okay, because I wanted to send you a picture. I'm going to have to do it in the chat.
I mean, I can try.
Well, let me load the You want me to send it to you in the group chat or the personal chat?
Let's go in the group chat for now. The group chat, the
On-screen chat?
yeah. I'll try to not forget to set it up for next time so we can actually share.
Okay, there we go. So are you going to try to load it?
Chunky foot. He does have a chunky
This
foot.
is a...
Look at that. That's chunky.
Well, no one can see it. What are you talking about?
The reference image.
Yeah, I know, but no one can see what you're referring to.
Oh, no, I know. Well...
what I'm saying, what I was about to describe it for people before you went off on a tangent.
Sorry.
I sent her a Reddit link of a infographic on the difference between a turtle and a tortoise. And tortoises are the ones on land, as Catherine did say. And this infographic says tortoises have chunky foots, which I think is true. And turtles are flipper boys.
That is true.
This distinction does not exist in French, eh?
No, I think they're all tortues.
Is tortoise a word in French?
No.
It looks like a French word.
Yeah, but it's not. At least not a word I know.
I'm Googling that now. Oh, the French-looking spelling is influenced by porpoise. So they respelled tortoise to look like porpoise. Okay, well, I don't think tortoises have butt breathing.
Okay.
Or not nearly to the same extent as turtles do. So really, they're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Tortoises.
Yeah, because they don't have flippers. They're not flipper boys. They have chunky foot. Well, they have regular foot, though, I think.
No, they got 2 toes.
Yeah, but it's not like... It's not a chunky foot like this. Like the reference picture I have.
Yeah.
They have like slightly turtley like human foot.
Well, how many fingers does Jonathan have?
Given the reference picture, they seem to have like kind of 4 big nails. But...
Typically 5 on the front feet and 4 or 5 on the back feet.
Okay.
But they're not like differentiated toes. They're like one chunk with some nails on it.
Yeah.
Like an elephant has. A couple of people just joined. FYI, Catherine is painting Jonathan the tortoise, who is the world's oldest living land mammal. Not mammal, sorry, animal. And there was a big hoax last week on April Fool's that he was dead. And it turned out to be a hoax and a crypto scam of some sort.
Yeah.
So Catherine has decided to paint him today in celebration of his timely non-passing.
Well, yeah, because when we learned about him, we learned that he died, we decided to... we talked about it, and then we were talking about it on stream. Like, we should do like a tribute to Jonathan because he was 193 when he died, and, you know, it's only fitting that I do his portrait. But then on stream last week, we Googled him and realized that he really wasn't dead, and that it was the hoax. But we had already decided to paint him, so we decided to keep doing our antemortem tribute.
Yeah, not post-mortem, but antemortem. Yeah. Which I also learned was a word this week.
Okay, let's work on his face a little bit. I'm gonna, at this point, I think...
Switch to the other reference?
I'm gonna switch the reference, but I think the lighting is pretty good. I'm gonna add a little bit of light on his face, and then I will switch to the Jonathan reference so I can work on his face and give him like his actual like Jonathan look.
And whoever the hell this guy is.
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
He's just a body model.
Yeah.
Where did you get the picture from?
On Splash.
Okay. I was thinking about how you put the speed paint hashtag on these videos.
It's not really. I'm not really. I should remove that because
Yeah,
not that quick.
Like, is an hour and a half speed?
Why is it there?
I don't know. I think you added it.
I don't know. Possibly, but I don't remember adding it.
Well, there's lots of things you don't remember doing, but you did it.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch to Jonathan's reference. I'm gonna work on the face a little bit. I'm also going to merge my lines.
Before you merge your lines, can you remove your lines? I want to see what it looks like.
Like this.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So what I like to do is keep the lines, and then when I merge them with my painting layer, I keep them at first just to block the colors. It just makes it easier. I can go a little bit faster.
Yeah.
But then what I want to do is paint, and like as I paint, the line will disappear because I'm going to paint over them and add the details. So now that I'm happy with the like first color blocking, I'm going to merge. I'm going to merge my line layer with my painting layer. And now I'm going to just paint on one single layer for the rest of the painting. I'm keeping a backup. If I just go here, I'm keeping a backup of the lines that I've done. So if I need to, like, I'm not sure about something, I need to verify where it goes or something seems off, I can always turn it on and like double check that. You know, see what's not working.
Did you like stumble into this like kind of process over the years, or is it like you read it somewhere?
No, that's just what I do.
You like develop your own, like, just what you tend to do.
Yeah. Because what I want to do is like I want it to look like an actual painting. Like my goal is to do a painting like digitally. So I try to merge everything and work on one layer the way I would have to do it if I was doing an actual like painting on a canvas. The only exception to that is the color layer underneath and the kind of wash layer, because to me this is a layer that I would let dry before I paint and therefore would not be mixed with the colors of the painting. So the layers that would be dried before I actually start painting, I keep on a separate layer. But that's mostly like, that's just that green layer now and that kind of wash layer.
I've seen people painting like on canvas or whatever that have like a transparency that they sketch on, and then they roll it up for the actual painting, but they can bring it back down for like double checking.
Yeah,
which is not dissimilar from your backup layer.
No, for sure. And there's people I know, someone I follow on YouTube also, when she does a painting, she'll like paint and then
you can mention who it is. There's no law against it.
No, I know. What's her name? It's Kristen McConnell.
Krista McDonald?
Kristen McConnell.
Okay.
She had a show on Netflix at some point. She does like very kind of creepy things, like but she's super talented. She does like, she's renovating a house but also does all kinds of like super creepy stuff. But she was doing a painting at some point, and what she did is like, she has the reference picture that she's painting on her canvas, but what she did is took a picture of her painting, imported it in Procreate in her iPad, and then put a reference picture on top and kind of checked what didn't match to know what to correct.
I can't find this person. Is she an automotive photographer?
No.
Oh, did you mean Christine McDonald?
Yeah.
McConnell? Oh, I think you said Kristen.
Oh, parce qu'en français c'est Christine.
Yeah, Christine, yeah.
Christine.
Yeah, everything's all like macabre.
Yeah.
And she dresses like a witch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Christine McConnell, if you want to sponsor us, we're here. She's got more subscribers than we do.
Yeah.
By a bit.
Yes.
It's only a factor of 10,000.
Highlights under his nostrils. So anyway, to come back to the lines, I always like to keep it like as a backup just to double check what I'm doing. So if I can't figure out what doesn't work, then I can always like at least double check and make sure.
Is undo a thing in Procreate?
Yes. I use it a lot.
How, like, is there a button for it?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. Okay, I see that. I was thinking, how do you do Control Z with no keyboard? But that was stupid. I wonder if you can go to vacation on St. Helena. Like,
I'm pretty sure I googled it, but I don't remember.
all the Google results are giving me St. Helena in Napa Valley. We've got hotel points. We could totally go to.
I'm assuming there's a lot of Napoleon thing to visit on there. So that could be interesting.
There's a St. Helena Island in St. Helena or St. Helena? That's the first question. But there's a Hilton. Sorry, there's a St. Helena Island in South Carolina, and all my Google searches are giving me that. So I'm going to try this search again. St. Helena. We could stay at a Hilton in St. Helena. Showing 0 hotels. I guess there's not a lot of tourism there.
Can you like visit Jonathan? Is that a thing?
Well, first of all, we've got to stay at a hotel.
Yeah. But that, whatever, that can be arranged.
What I'm saying is maybe it can't be. But it's the governor's residence. I'm sure that you can like tour it. Yeah, I'm going to sthelena.tourism.com. That'll tell us.
So Jonathan has some kind of like greenish, almost like musk growing on him, and a little bit of red on his mouth. I'm assuming because he's old, but I need to add that.
Plan your trip. Getting there. Until 2017, they had no airport.
Huh. You had to take a seaplane, I guess?
Until 2017, it was accessible only by ship.
Huh.
The voyage from Cape Town took 5 days.
Oh, wow.
And now they have an airport and a 6-hour flight from South Africa.
Do they only have flights from South Africa?
Yeah. They have one airport with one runway and one airline.
Okay.
There's a weekly flight from St. Helena to Johannesburg.
I guess they don't have a lot of tourism.
I'm looking at their airport now. View schedule. What's the date today?
Thursday, April 9th.
Okay, they got like 3 flights a week.
Okay.
No, 2 flights a week. No, 1 flight a week. Some weeks they have 2. Yeah, weekly flight to Johannesburg, and there's seasonally a couple extra flights.
Okay.
But they also have yachts and cruise ships landing. And the cargo ship for supplies arrives once a month.
Can you imagine in like Napoleon's time, like how isolated?
Well, everywhere was isolated back then.
Yeah, but still.
To be fair, they tried to give Napoleon a cushier exile in a place that was less isolated, but it didn't work out too well. So we should go to St. Helena.
I mean, I'm down.
There's a £20 entry fee. You can pay in pounds, US dollars, euros, or South African rand. If you want to book a car, you have to call it in advance. Taxis are not usually available unless they've been booked in advance.
That makes sense.
It is recommended that you take some cash with you because the entry fee must be paid in cash, and international card payments are not widely accepted on the islands. Okay, so there's flights to Cape Town and to Johannesburg,
Okay.
but the Johannesburg one is the common one. There appears to be 6 hotels, 3 guest houses, and 2 shitty-looking hotels. They have a 17th or 18th century building called Wellington House,
Okay.
the oldest hotel in the country. It looks pretty frumpy and small, and not charming.
Yeah, but then we could see Jonathan, so, you know.
Yeah. I don't think you'll be happy with this hotel, though. Knowing your number of rooms, 5. Credit card, no. Wheelchair, no. Car hire available, no. TV, yes. Paid Wi-Fi, yes.
Paid Wi-Fi? No, that's unacceptable.
Okay, I found a hotel with 30 rooms that does take credit cards and wheelchairs. Okay. Plan your trip. Pleasant temperatures year-round, ranging from 15 to 28 Celsius. That sounds nice.
Yeah?
Recently, Visa and MasterCard payment has become possible, but adoption by businesses is in early stages.
That's crazy.
Okay, English is the primary language, though the local dialect is very difficult to understand, apparently. Phone and internet services available, though speeds are slower than other places.
I'm assuming that's also going to change with Starlink.
Yeah. They have electricity. There is a hospital, pharmacy, dental clinic,
I mean, that's
but you were advised to bring medication with you because availability on the island is low. Most shops are closed on Wednesdays. I'm trying to find Jonathan. Okay. On their top experiences page, number 1 is swimming with whale sharks,
okay.
which is pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Number 2 is meet Jonathan, the world's oldest land animal.
Good. That's what we want to do.
He's got 2 Guinness World Records.
What's the second one?
One is oldest known living land animal, and the second is oldest Chelonian ever to have lived. Chelonian, I believe, means turtle, but I'm going to check that.
Okay. Good, I don't know. I've never heard that word.
Okay, yeah, it's the scientific family name for turtles. There was one turtle that was thought to be older. That was the turtle of Captain Cook.
Okay.
But he died in the 90s, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like diving is the big thing.
Is there anything related to Napoleon? Like museum and things?
Yeah, okay. The 10th thing on the list, or 11th, is tour Napoleonic sites.
Okay.
Napoleon was exiled here in 1815, where he remained until he died in 1821. He resided first at the Briars Pavilion while Longwood House was being built. And Longwood House, his final residence, has been restored to accurately reflect its appearance at the time of his death.
Longwood House, like our cat?
Not Longwood House. Longwood House.
Oh, okay.
Napoleon's remains were later removed and returned to France, but his initial burial site, called Napoleon's Tomb, remains. Okay, so it's actually Longwood House was established by the East India Company, which did most of Britain's South Pacific and Indian Ocean stuff. But it has been since acquired by the government of France and operates as a museum.
Okay. I think it's gonna be cute.
He already is. For those of you just joined, Catherine is painting Jonathan, the world's oldest living land animal, a tortoise that lives in St. Helena. And
was the poor victim of a crypto hoax.
Yeah, there was a scam last week on the internet that said that he had died and was asking for donations in crypto. And it turns out to be a scam, and Jonathan's very much alive, even though the BBC reported otherwise. So I don't think we're going to go to St. Helena, because it is It is very far away, and our airline points are meager. We'd have to fly all the way to South Africa,
Yeah.
which is a schlep, and then a 6-hour flight once a week to St. Helena, and then we're stuck there for a week.
I mean, if we're visiting it, being stuck there for a week is just being on vacation there.
I suppose, but there's not a week's worth of stuff to do.
I'm sure there's like beaches and like places to like relax.
Yeah, so that's what, half an afternoon?
I mean, we could spend a couple days like relaxing.
Yeah, but a whole week is a bit much.
But one day we do Napoleon thing, another day we do Jonathan thing.
Okay, Napoleon thing is going to last like an hour and a half.
You can make it last a little bit longer.
And then, like, Jonathan will be a 2-hour visit. And then that's the morning. In the afternoon, we go diving. And then we go back to the hotel with no internet and no ATM machine and no Visa, MasterCard, let alone American Express. We can't even, like, redeem our points or accrue new points. Where's Elba? Where
Googled it recently.
Where Napoleon was exiled the first
I
time.
think it's like on the coast of Italy.
Yeah, it's off the coast of Tuscany.
Yeah.
That seems like something better.
Yes, I would love to go there. This is the island in Le Comte de Monte Cristo.
No,
Yes.
Monte Cristo Island is the Count Monte Cristo Island.
But he's at some point on a prison sur l'île d'Elbe.
Yeah. But like, he's the Count of Monte Cristo, which is a different island. He's not the Comte d'Elbe.
No, but he is on that island at some point.
Yeah.
Which is where I heard from that island first.
You didn't know of it from Napoleon?
I think I've heard it about Napoleon, but like I've learned more, but like I googled it when I read the book, and this is where I learned more about the island. I'm trying to get his like face volume. It's very like specific shape, and it's pretty hard.
He's got like a, how do I put this? Less of a defined jaw and neck than you've given him.
Yeah, I need to.
It's a little more like a sock puppet.
Yeah, I need to work on the neck. I don't think I'm gonna have time to finish him today. Might have to continue Jonathan next week.
I don't think there's any Star Alliance flights to Elba either.
No, but we can fly anywhere and then like take a ferry.
Yeah.
Or like a cheap flight.
Like we could fly to like Florence or Pisa or something.
Yeah.
Okay, when to go to Elba? Okay, there's a ferry from the mainland. There are 2 air connections from Germany. That seems like there should be closer ways to get there. Okay, so there's like a train station on the mainland. They can take a ferry from there.
Mm.
Not unlike how we went to Penang.
Yeah.
And I assume they have more than one cargo flight per year, or whatever it was, per month in like in St. Helena. Hilton Elba. There are no Marriott or Hiltons in Elba.
I'm assuming the like beaches are great there.
I don't know. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think Napoleon was only there for a few months before he was like, fuck this, and left and like took over Europe again.
I love that it was supposed to be a stream on like Jonathan, and we're like talking about Napoleon, and that's pretty much it.
Well, I mean,
No, we talked about a lot of things.
we talked about Jonathan a lot, but like, there's a 50-year gap in his CV. I'm not just gonna make up facts. We speculated that he was fighting on the side of the Confederacy in the Civil War.
That's true. Which I'm against believing.
Well, he's clearly, close with the powers that be in the British Empire.
That is true.
And like, we don't believe in imperialism anymore, but he's meeting kings and emperors and stuff. His birthday is December 4th.
And is he 193 or 194?
Well, they've decided that he was born December 4th. Like,
I know, but like, I know they've decided that, but like, I think my question still stands. Like, now that they've decided when his birthday was, like, how old is he actually? Is it 193 or 194?
he's 70,618 days old.
You're very helpful.
That's the Google AI's response. 193 and 126 days. So yeah, he's 193 years old, give or take.
That's what I thought, but like when I was looking at pictures today when I was planning the stream, I saw somewhere that says like happy 194th birthday, Jonathan, and so I was confused. So that's why I asked.
Well, we have a blog post on the uglycat.com website, our website, and it has the actual dates. So I'm going to load up the blog post. Yeah, December 4th, 1832 is the official estimate. He's also got kind of like a chip out of his lip.
Yep. He has that in real life.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I wonder how that happened. A freak Pringle eating incident. That's
must be it.
Well, have you ever eaten Pringles or tortilla chips that are so salty that like it like hurts your lips?
Yes.
Maybe that happened and like it split his lip open.
It's very possible. Though that seems more like shell and therefore like less likely to crack because of like chips.
Except for clearly it's cracked.
Yes, but like maybe he like ate a rock or maybe it's a golf accident.
Why would he eat a rock? He doesn't even have teeth.
Well, maybe he thought it was grass. And then there was a rock stuck in the grass.
That seems much more unlikely than some like tourist gave him Pringles.
I'm not saying that I think him getting Pringle is unlikely. I'm saying that it's unlikely that a Pringle like broke his lip because it seems to be made of like nail material or something.
Do you know what they eat?
No. Seems like a fun fact that we should know.
I'm Googling it now.
Yeah.
Diet. The Wikipedia page doesn't say what they eat.
That's weird.
Okay, they eat grasses, leaves, plant stems, and fruit.
Okay.
I have the cutest picture I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to paste it in the chat because you do not have the ability to put this on screen. Where am I? Take a look at that. I just pasted it in the chat.
Okay, this is very cute.
This is a picture of the same species as Jonathan eating a leaf with his tongue sticking out. But again, they have no teeth, so I don't know how they do that.
Okay. Yeah. It's taking a lot longer than I thought.
Oh, that's fine. There's no.
No, it's fine. It's not a problem.
There's no danger. Someone is messaging me. Don't they know that we're live on camera?
I mean, are you telling people that we're live?
What do you mean telling people?
People who would be like messaging you in your like private live, are you telling them that you're live on stream?
No.
Yeah. So they don't know. I also don't tell people.
This is our double life.
Yeah.
And also, that's not true. We have told people. Like,
Yeah. There's some people who know.
you have friends that have been on commenting on camera. Not today, when we really needed them. It's kind of a sad little tribute to Jonathan with nobody.
Yeah.
What if they had a birthday party for him and nobody came?
Well, I mean, nobody comes to his antemortem tribute, so I'm sure, like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Maybe it's good you didn't draw a birthday hat on him. It would have just, underscored the sadness.
Yeah. But at least I have some of his face done, so, I can have a YouTube thumbnail. Which is pretty important.
Yeah. So, I'm going to butcher this name. Tui Malila was the tortoise that Captain Cook, the explorer, had in the 1770s.
Mm-hmm.
But he died in 1966.
Okay.
So he's around 190 years old. He was a gift from Captain Cook to the royal family of Tonga in 1777. And then there's Harriet, who is a Galapagos tortoise. Harriet, formerly Harry, because they discovered she was female.
Is it that hard to sex a turtle?
I guess so.
I've never tried, so I don't know, but.
Well, Harriet is especially famous because she was collected by Charles Darwin.
Oh.
When he went to the Galapagos in the 1830s. And she ended up on Australia and died in 2006.
Well, seems like we have a raid, which is the first time that happened to us.
What does that mean, even?
I believe that it's just people from another stream coming all to visiting another stream, something like that. Well, welcome everyone.
Is it malicious?
No. It is not. On the contrary. So we are drawing today Jonathan the tortoise, the oldest land animal in the world. And we're drawing him as a. Hey, thank you. Yeah, so we're drawing Jonathan here. So Jonathan is the oldest land animal in the world. He is 193. And there was a hoax slash crypto scam last week where it was reported that he was dead, and we decided to do a tribute to him. But in our stream last week,
Our
we
deeply
Googled it.
well-researched stream.
Yes, we learned that he was in fact alive and that he was a scam. So now we're doing a anti-mortem tribute of Jonathan. Okay, so Rexy says that a raid is when another streamer is sending his viewers over to hang out here and show support. Well, thank you so much and welcome. It's our first raid.
Beb the Bear says that he loves your style.
Well, thank you. And what were you guys doing over in Ustream?
As we wait like 3 minutes for an answer because we like it's like space like interstellar communication where there's like a delay. So I'm totally not up to date knowledge on like Twitch culture. So when you said we were being raided, I was like, what is that? That doesn't sound good.
No. It's very good. But yeah, so Jonathan is super interesting. And he lives happily now. He is blind, but he happily lives now on St. Helena's Island with the governor.
And his longtime boyfriend.
Yeah.
Frederick, the other tortoise. Beb the Bear says they do digital art all over the place, did some pixel art, and then a couple of food-themed sketches, and then finished with some Mario.
That's what nice. I'll have to go check that out.
And Rexy the Savage says they love I guess your story.
I mean, it's a great story. Like Jonathan is like, and like 193, like he lived, like he saw so many people and like lived for so long, and I'm glad he's still around.
What gets me is that somebody decided to like impersonate the former veterinarian of Jonathan.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like that's a deep cut.
Yeah.
And tweet out that the tortoise had been killed. Well, not killed, but died. I don't know if a fake cause of death was ever reported.
I don't think. Yeah, probably not, because I think pretty quickly it was established that it wasn't dead.
So Beb also draws via iPad, and it breaks Rexy's brain how people can do that.
It's actually like a lot. I mean, obviously it's not like easy like drawing on anything, but before I had an iPad, I've been drawing in Photoshop for I think about 27 years now. I've been doing
362 years.
I'm a matte painter in my day job, and I've used Photoshop a long time, and I couldn't really paint to it so it looked like a painting. And then when I tried Procreate, yeah, same thing. But like I tried it, and it was like, oh my god, like that works. I can actually paint with it. And I remember when I actually got my first iPad, I was pretty broke back then, and I was trying like to buy Bluetooth pencils to like draw on an old like Samsung tablet that I had, and it really didn't work well. And then we went into an Apple store, and I tried Procreate in the store, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like
it's like night and day.
Yeah, and then I had to buy one, and like it didn't look back, and it just changes, like it's just so intuitive, like it works so well that I can actually just paint when I want to paint, and it works.
Yeah, Rexy the Savage says Rexy the Savage that says that they're a photographer, so they know Photoshop.
Yeah, and Photoshop is great for a lot of things.
And you do use it for your day job.
Yeah,
every day.
Like I've used it professionally for 20 years now, and I've been using it before that at school. So I have a degree in 2D
If your knowledge
animation.
of Photoshop was a person, it could rent a car without extra
Yeah,
payments.
exactly. And I quite like it, and it works well, but it's not the tool for painting.
One thing I do want to mention to all the raiders is that the reason that the picture does not look like the painting is that this picture is of a different tortoise
Yeah.
that she's using just for the lighting. That is not Jonathan pictured there. There is a different reference image of Jonathan.
The reason is that I do not have royalty-free image of Jonathan that I can use, like they're
Legally.
copyrighted. So I'm using an image I have the rights to use and kind of changing the features so it looks like Jonathan.
Beb the bear says that they seeing people use Photoshop is what gave them the impetus to do digital art.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to do the subscription thing, which I totally agree with, because
Oh yeah.
if I could avoid giving Adobe any money, I will. And it saddens me that Catherine has to give Adobe money.
Yeah, I really had to like I use Photoshop too much in my life to not have it, and at some point like I was like, okay, I need to stop just pirating Photoshop. Like, this is not cool.
Well, especially since we started a business selling
Yeah.
prints.
And now we have a side business of this, so obviously we're paying for like legit for Photoshop.
Yeah.
So I do have a subscription, but
Beb also said they like your layout with the still, like the live image on the left.
thank you. Yeah, I noodled with that quite a bit. I'm not super ready to be on camera at all times. So I was like, I think it's interesting to see the actual image. And what's great is that my iPad, because it's a very like not a very professional setup here, like it's my phone filming here.
Yeah, Rexy says that the left side shows the colors much better.
Exactly, because obviously filming an iPad, it's like
shitty.
The exposure changes a lot, and then it doesn't really show the colors or the details. So having it on the left is useful, and it's also useful to me because when I'm actually drawing, like I'm always like my face in my iPad, but then sometimes I look up and then I see the stream feed, and then I see the image, and it gives me like a more une vue d'ensemble, like a broad, like a big picture of my image.
Beb said they only put their face on stream after a year.
Yeah.
Well, Catherine has put her face on stream, just not.
Yeah. Like it's here. Like I'll say hi. I don't mind actually showing my face. It's just that when I draw, like, let me put also here. So should be there now. Hello.
What she's really not saying is that she's like picking her nose and scratching her face the entire time. That's why she can't be on screen. Clap, clap, clap.
Mostly that when I draw, like I have my tongue sticking out. I draw like.
Yeah, you draw like a cartoon character doing concentration.
Yeah. So I'm just, but maybe at some point, I'll have a different layout in my face. But for now, I think, that works. Yeah, I know. I know. I realize that sometimes, like, in my day job, there's a lot of meetings, and like on camera, I work from home, and I'm like, shit, like I need to be careful.
This is so exciting that we've been raided.
I know.
We went from our least frequented stream to our most.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad.
I think it's very exciting.
Oh, it's very exciting, but 16 people is like a new record for us.
Yeah, it really is.
The cat's laser toy is deployed and is making weird grumbling noises. I don't know if it comes across on mic, but I'm gonna go turn it off. Oh shit!
Oh, thank you, Ben.
Thank you for what?
Oh, she says that they say that they love that they could do that for us, and that they know the feeling. Yeah, it's a. we've not been streaming long. It's been what, maybe
6-8 months.
yeah. And so we're just like, getting used to like Twitch and YouTube and all of that. But it's a lot of fun.
Truth be told, I'd never used Twitch before this.
Yeah.
I'd used YouTube, obviously.
But I find it like so much fun to do. Like it's fun to like interact with people, and it's a lot more fun to draw when like I chat and like we talk, or like we have people in the chat and then we like chat with everyone, and it makes it a lot more fun to draw than like me by myself sitting like in my office.
I think I would feel totally differently. Like, I agree with the part where it's a lot more fun than I thought it would be to like chat with people and stuff. But I mean, I'm not the artist, so I don't know how it works. But I know that for all the stuff I do, I would hate to be like observed.
Mm.
Like, I don't even like it when you look at me cutting veggies in the kitchen.
That's true.
Yeah, Rex said it's a great platform to meet fellow artists, and that is true.
That is really true.
It's funny to me, some days we have like 10 people on YouTube and nobody on Twitch. And then today we have literally nobody on YouTube and got rated on Twitch. How does one even find us to rate us?
That is a good question.
I don't know how that works. And I don't know how to add custom emotes.
I looked at it. I think we're too small for custom emotes.
Oh.
I think you need to have it's either like a minimum amount of subscribers or something like that. But I checked because at some point Hugrider in the chat was like, you should have your fat pigeon as an emote, and I tried to add it. I created it, but we're too small to add emotes. Or at least this is what I googled, and what I found out.
If you're wondering what she means by the fat pigeon, if you go to the website theuglycat.com, we got a fat pigeon that she painted a few streams ago.
Okay, so they're saying that yeah, that's it. That's what I saw.
You need to say what they said. I don't know what they said.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, they say that they like to browse categories to find raids, so to find new art friends. And they were checking out the art category and then saw the turtle and then had to come here.
Tortoise, technically. We had a whole segment figuring out what the difference was. So I'm not gonna let go of that grammar Nazi thing now. Do you think you'll finish him today?
No, I don't think so. Like the legs are gonna take me like all the details on the legs. That's gonna take me a while.
Oh, like the scales?
Yeah.
The scales you drew, are they based on the real scales, or you just drew some like?
No, I just
blah blah blah.
Mostly blah blah blah. I tried to kind of keep the scale.
Well, I guess this is not even Jonathan. This is some other tortoise. You don't have to like scale print match.
No. Yeah. Nobody cares if like the legs match or don't. But I'm trying to get at least the scale and kind of the perspective correct, but
Well, I mean, the secret is that you don't even know if this is the same kind of tortoise. Like the real tortoise, like enthusiasts are going to be like, clearly that's a Galapagos tortoise's leg, not a Aldebaran tortoise's leg. That's what's going to happen.
It's very possible.
We're going to get like the bad kind of raid of like tortoise people berating us. I'm not sure if there are tortoise people. There probably are.
Of course there is.
The internet's full of every niche possible.
Rex says that bed is all about bears and that they're all about fish. I freaking love bears so much.
It's surprising to me that you haven't painted a bear.
I know. One day I will. I have a multiple bear that I started, but like I've never finished one. But yeah, at some point I have to paint a bear. I've painted a couple of fish, maybe no.
No, you painted some fish. You have a fish posted on Instagram.
Yeah, that's true. I did. It might be. Let's see if do I have the fish in here. I have so many. Here, I have painted this fish. I think it was Inktober 2 years ago, maybe something like that.
Do you know what kind of fish this is?
I believe, yeah, this is a trout. I was about to say, I believe this is a trout, but I have the confirmation.
Oh, I'm sadly deficient when it comes to fish. I never would have identified it.
But I don't think I could have identify it. But
well, of all animals that you love, it's surprising you haven't done a bear.
Yeah, that is true.
Like cats and dogs, obviously. You've done foxes. Bears and raccoons are two things you haven't done.
That's true.
Oh, you should do a raccoon. That would sell like hotcakes in your print store.
Yeah, raccoons are great.
Raccoon and possum.
Like, we used to have a lot around our house, and like we haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah. Well, it's been winter.
I know, but even last year, I feel like a couple years ago, you were always coming back in the house and was like, "Oh, I saw a raccoon in the parking lot," and
well, last year I saw the skunk a couple times.
That's true.
And we've seen marmots too, or groundhogs, I think. Rexy says that they're a big fisherwoman. So they know the fish better than we do.
Yes.
I'm a unabashed city boy. I do not know how to fish or hunt or.
Yeah, I have a minimum of like knowledge of like the outdoors, like a minimum. But you have a.
I did the outdoors thing when I was young and like discovered it wasn't for me. But I've been fishing and camping and I've never been hunting. But like, in my youth I did. I went like month-long summer camp and stuff in the forest, in the lake.
I have a hard time imagining you in the like camp, in the lake.
Camp Stevens near Kenora, Ontario.
Huh.
I don't think it was a month. I think it was 2 weeks. Like I was fine with the, canoeing and swimming and going through the forest and stuff. What I had a problem was the bathroom situation at the camp. It was a clevis system, so it's like a 2-story outhouse where you go up the stairs and then like there's a toilet with no water and you shit into the big cavern of the first story. In theory, that's what you do. I couldn't, so I didn't defecate for like 11 days, and then we did an overnight canoe trip, and let's just say the forest was never clean again.
I've never been hunting. I've been fishing once. And yeah, I appreciate the like ethical hunting and fishing. But yeah, I've fished once and it didn't go well. It was just like my fishing rod was just all nuts, and
I went fishing a few times. I quite liked it. I wouldn't do it now, really, because I don't want to spend the day on the lake.
Yeah.
And as a vegetarian, I'm not going to eat the fish, so it's just like torturing those poor little fish for no reason. But as a kid, I enjoyed it. Hunting is not something I ever did. I've never handled a firearm or even a bow and arrow outside of a school archery situation. But now I discovered that I like the city. I live in the city. I don't leave the city.
Yeah.
Bathrooms are good. Food is good. You can't get like in North America. You can't get like a papaya or like good pad thai in like the forest. And these are things that are important to me.
Yeah, I think again, Kaden says that he used to go fishing with their Dan brothers. But like touching the worms and fish was gross. Like I think
Yeah, I don't think I could do that now. Touching the worm.
the fish I think I could touch, but the worm I would have a hard time, I think.
If I remember correctly, when I fished like 3 times in my life, it was always with like plastic bait.
Mm. I don't know if I could.
I've gotten squeamisher in my old age.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to touch a fish.
I wouldn't mind. I like fish.
I like fish. I like lots of things I don't want to touch.
It's true.
I like George Clooney. I don't want to touch him.
You sure about that?
I don't think I like. I mean, a handshake, yeah. Anything more than that would be kind of weird.
I don't know. I'm down for anything.
Well, of course you want to touch George Clooney. But like, that's different.
Oh, fish is so good. I'm mostly vegetarian in my life, like mostly, but sometimes sometimes I'll eat fish because it's so good.
Yeah, sushi is like the thing that you eat that. Like at most restaurants, you're like, I'm not going to order the meat or fish. But when we go for Japanese food, you're just like digging into the sushi like you're a crazed octopus. Rexy says, I catch him, you eat him.
Mhm.
That's true. You don't have to fish. You can just eat the ones she fishes for you.
Yeah.
Is it not time to switch to the other reference?
Well, no, because I'm not working on his face.
Oh, okay.
So I'm working on the like around. So everything except for his face is a different tortoise. So I'm working now with this.
We should find pics of Frederick, the
boyfriend.
Jonathan's lover.
Yeah.
His paramour.
This is so cute though. I said I'm not doing his face, and then I proceeded to actually like paint his face.
Yeah. Well, you're not like deeply disciplined.
No.
Well, the longer we keep going, the longer I don't have to do the dishes. So.
Our dishwasher is broken, so doing the dishes it's not fun.
Hey, did you get a call from the dishwasherman?
No. Let's shadow here. Shadows.
Though I guess you did most of the dishes already.
Yeah.
And whatever is still in the sink officially has to soak.
Yeah.
What I do need to do is clean the fan in the bedroom, so it's not spewing dust at us. This is the segment of the show where we start talking about household chores.
There's a lot more details on the shell. The shell, right?
Yeah?
Okay.
What do you think it was called?
I don't know. I just had the French word in my head, and then I was like, "Wait,
What?
is that just shell?" But
Carapace?
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more details on the shell than I thought.
Well, maybe you should switch to him for reals, because you're going to do the wrong kind of tortoise.
Okay, let's switch the reference.
Rexy also hates doing dishes, which I think is a universal human
Ugh.
condition.
I hate it so much.
We invented a machine to do dishes for us. We can't even do that right now.
Okay, and this reference picture here is the real Jonathan. It's his real little face. He's very cute, and I like his like hollow, like dark eyes. It's very cute.
That's the cataracts you're looking at.
The what?
Cataracts
Oh yeah.
in his eyes. Before we got raided, I was looking up other old ass animals.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly tortoises are the big ones. Timothy, the Greek tortoise, died at 165. Oh, he's the one we saw him last week. He's had that little tag on his leg saying, "My name is Timothy and I'm old, so don't pick me up."
I don't remember that. Huh.
I'll paste the link in the chat again. We definitely looked at this. Oh, my computer is being stupid. There we go. Do you see that
Wait, let me check.
Wikipedia link I just sent?
Oh yeah. He's very cute.
He died in 2004. Estimated at 160.
So what are the other like really old animals that exist?
Well, okay, we've gone through like 5 tortoises.
Yeah.
We did this last week, so I don't know how much you want to repeat, but and I can tell we did it last week because all of their names are purple in Wikipedia.
Yeah. Red just said that glass sponges can live up to 15,000 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's like a whole thing on aquatic like coral and sponges and stuff, but I just went for the like the regular animals, which I guess is not really.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're a kind of coral.
They don't like calcify like coral do, but they are just like goopy sea goop. There's a cockatoo who was 120 named Cocky Bennett.
Cocky Bennett, that is so cute.
He lived from 1796 to 1916.
Oh wow.
There's Henry the Tuatara. It's like a New Zealand lizard. He was 111. There's an elephant who was 88 or 89 when she died in 2019. Named Dakshayani.
Somehow I thought elephants would live longer than that. I think that, but
89 is pretty old.
it is pretty old.
Asian elephant life expectancy is around 60 years. Some individuals known to live in their 80s. I mean, even human life expectancy is only the 70s or 80s.
It's true.
The oldest living spider was 43.
43? That I'm surprised. I didn't think spiders could live that long.
Why did I click that link? Yuck. Spiders are gross. I think whales can live a long time.
Yeah, I'm assuming that whales can live like crazy amount of time, but I don't know.
Bowhead whales have lived to be at least 211.
Okay. I'm trying to get the details from like under his neck.
Oh wow! In 2007, they caught a bowhead whale in Alaska, and he had a piece of explosive bomb lance, which is like a whaling gun bullet, from a model that had been manufactured between 1879 and 1885.
Oh wow!
So he's had like this piece of shrapnel in his head for like 130 years.
That's insane. Oh, Rex says that the Greenland shark lives really long, like 300 to 500 years.
Yeah, that's the one I just saw after the bowhead whale.
Wow, that's insane.
There's a Swedish man who claims he has an eel that's 155 years old. Wikipedia doesn't say how credible he is. There's a lobster who was 140.
I like lobsters.
He weighed 20 pounds.
Oh my god, like females can't reproduce until they're 150. Yeah, clearly, like, we know nothing about sea creatures.
Yeah. Rex is
really
the oceanography expert here. Marine biology, I should say. Much like I like being in the city, I like being on land, so I do not know much about the ocean or the mountain. I operate best slightly above sea level. So is he just like reflecting off the grass under his neck, or is he like covered in moss?
It is some
Like
light that bounces from the grass.
Okay, so it's not like he's like infected by algae or
I
something.
think he does have some stuff on his face. Like I don't know if it's moss or just kind of scale or but the kind of overall green color of his neck is also caused by the bounce from the grass. But it's probably a little bit mix of both.
Well, I assume that he doesn't get bathed very much.
Probably not.
You're dirty. Dirty.
Eric says that they actually wanted to go to school for marine biology, but it's too much school. Yeah, I get that. I went to school a long time, but it was all like art related, so.
I feel the opposite. I like school. I just didn't like the marine part. If you could just sit there like on land and learn about it.
Like I went the like art route, but I feel I would have maybe liked
Take
going
academic
to school
route.
like more.
Rexy wants to live on a boat. Like
I had a boat for a while. It was too small to live on it, but it was a little sailboat. That was really cute.
What, 27 foot?
26. But then I gave it to my dad because I just didn't have time to actually like
Maintain
take care
it
of
and
it.
stuff.
Yeah, and I thought that people would like love to come spend time on my boat, and like in my head I was gonna go like on the weekend sail with my friends. It would be fun, and like no one ever came to my boat, so it was me by myself kind of cleaning it and like doing all the work
for a little benefit.
Yeah, with no sailing because
And the
by
time
myself like I was,
and the timing was bad because like if JP still lived here,
yeah,
he like got super into sailing, but he lives in California
Yeah.
now.
one of our friends is a sailboat enthusiast, but yeah, he lives pretty far from us. But when I had it, yeah, I say it was by myself on my boat, like watching Netflix. So I was like, okay, this is this.
Watching Netflix on the
Yeah.
shoddy Marina Wi-Fi.
But I do think about living on a boat constantly. I often shop for boats online, like ridiculous boat that I could never afford. But like let me shop for that like 65-foot sailboat just for fun, and like plan where I would put my office in the boat. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
For those couple people who just joined us on Instagram, Catherine is painting Jonathan, the world's oldest living land animal. He's a tortoise who was the subject of a crypto scam claiming he was dead last week. And she's doing a tribute to him. And you can see his little face in the picture on the top left.
Yeah. Yeah, 6 hours from the coast is a little bit harder. It's not so. I mean, we're in Montreal, So obviously we're quite far from like the actual coast, but there is kind of
Lakes and
the
rivers.
yeah, there's like the Lake Champlain.
Lake Champlain and the
Yeah.
St. Lawrence River and
So
stuff.
my boat was on the lake, which is pretty big, so it was like good enough to like go sail on the weekend. But yeah, we're too far from the coast to actually like.
Well, no, your boat was on the river, right? The Richelieu River.
Well, it wasn't in the winter; it was in the river, but the river lead, yeah, like it was. I never actually took it out, but when my dad had it, it was my dad's old boat. It like the boat spent the summer on the lake, but my boat was on the river leading to the lake, because the lake is in the U.S. and we're in Canada, so my boat was in the river in Canada in the summer. With my dad, he would put the boat on the lake for the summer.
You have
Oh
to do-
yeah, if you live on a boat and you like fishing, I think that's pretty cool. Like the like chill life on a boat on a lake and just like all day. That's that's the life. What kind of boat would you get? I would go with like I am probably like a big sailboat, maybe a cat because bigger and more like living space. But
Like a catamaran, you mean?
yeah,
Well, you know how to shut me up. I don't know anything about boats.
yeah.
Rexy says they love a sailboat. Anything big enough to have living space in the fishing deck room.
Yeah. Sailboats are great. I know at some point, I don't know, like years ago, JP, our friend from California, was talking about renting a sailboat, like in Greece, I think, for like a couple weeks. That could be fun.
Yeah.
Because as much as I would like to live on a boat, it's not gonna happen anytime soon.
No, but vacationing on a boat's the next best thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like you get the like living on a boat for a little bit, but also you don't get the maintenance and the costs and the like all the fees that comes with a boat.
It's like renting a car. You don't have to deal with the like tire replacement and whatnot.
Yeah, and also there's a captain that like does the sailing, so you don't have to actually.
Oh, I thought you meant rent a boat like we have to sail the boat.
I mean, it's probably possible, but like if you don't know how to sail, they're not gonna give you like a huge boat to sail.
No, but like he knows how to sail.
Well, now he knows, but I think when you charter a boat for a vacation, it comes with a captain.
Okay. Well, if you had said charter a boat, I would have understood. When you said rent a boat, so I just figured it was like you rent your own boat to do your own thing with. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So we should totally do that for a vacation at some point.
That's not a bad idea because we were talking about doing a like Greece and Turkey kind of vacation.
Yeah. We could do like an extra week of sailboating around.
Yeah. I wonder how much that costs. If you got like two couples.
I mean, I don't think it would be cheap.
No, I don't think so either. But would it be more expensive than a nice hotel in like
Yeah.
the Greek islands? I don't know.
And then we could visit all the like islands and like secluded beaches and like all the little places that we wouldn't go if it wasn't for a boat.
And we can drink ouzo. And
Yes.
that weird Greek white wine. Retsinas, I think it's called.
I don't know.
Yeah, Retsina.
Yeah, I think it depends on the boat. Like I think always the captain, And like if it's a bigger boat, maybe you'll get someone else to like kind of clean and do the cooking. But if it's a smaller boat, I think sometimes it's just the captain that will like cook if you don't want to cook, and
Well, he'll captain and cook.
yeah, if it's a smaller boat.
All I can think of is Antonio Banderas from Paddington, who like ran
Oh yeah.
the boat that went down the river in Peru.
Yeah.
All my knowledge of military sailing comes from Star Trek, and all my knowledge of civilian sailing comes from Paddington.
I'm struggling with the underside of his neck.
His waddle.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to take like a J cloth with some like Windex and just wipe that green crap off him. Like he totally needs like a glow up.
Leave him alone. He's like, he's fine.
No, I don't mean that he's being deficient. I'm saying that the people of St. Helena are not like giving him the self-care he deserves.
Maybe that's how Frederick likes him.
Frederick likes him like a little scruffy.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're into.
I just learned today that J cloth is a Canadian/British thing.
Oh, I didn't.
Americans will not know what it's called. Do not know what it means. I mean. I'm surprised the cat hasn't visited us during this.
That's true.
Usually, if we get 2 hours in, he's come and made an ass of himself. What's wrong?
The struggle with this like under chin area.
I keep telling you, you gotta like. I mean, obviously, Jonathan, we had to do, but you have to pick simpler animals, smoother animals.
Yeah.
Like dolphins and jellyfish, maybe.
I think jellyfish are pretty hard to draw.
Rexy says they gotta run. They gotta feed the critters and kiddo.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All of y'all raiders, I guess.
Yeah. I'll check out your. It'll be time soon.
You're getting diminishing returns with your attempts to do his neck. The like sense of community on like Twitch chat reminds me a lot of like IRC back in the day.
Oh, you know what? That's true.
And not so much like Discord and like Reddit or whatever. It's got that old school IRC feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corin says it's quite similar. It makes me feel like I'm like 17 again.
That's good. that was the days.
Yeah, well, I'm twice the size and half the alcohol tolerance as I was when I was that age. Speaking of twice the size, I'm gonna totally eat the rest of the food you made. Those sausages were too spicy for you?
Yeah.
So I will eat them happily. Did you see the story shared by Tram Milano?
No.
They shared a story on Instagram that has the painting you did as the first like 5 seconds of the painting of the story.
I'll take a look. So we went on vacation in Italy. That was in 2022, maybe. was right after the pandemic.
Yeah.
And one night we were looking for a specific restaurant in Milan, and we got there and it was closed. We're walking around and we stumbled onto this restaurant called Tram Tram Milano. Turns out the food was really good, the restaurant was great, but they had a dog there that was so cute. Like, she just sat in the corner and looked at people. She was really nice, and I took a picture and then painted her, and I sent a print of the painting to the restaurant, and so they featured it in the story. So it was great. If you're ever in Milan, I recommend it.
I'm going to add their story to our story.
Good idea.
They have it hung up in the restaurant.
Oh, that's so nice.
I'm sharing. We linked to their restaurant homepage from the painting purchase page for that thingy, for that painting.
Okay, I think we're gonna call it tonight.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to be less.
Oh, the diminishing returns are kicking in.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you very much for rating us, and for all the other people who listened without rating.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun. Thank you so much, everyone.
Please check out our website, theuglycat.com, and pay our bills for us. But just check it out.
Yeah.
Consider that your call to action.
Well, thanks, everyone. Have a good evening.
Well, Beb says thank you, and so does Corinne. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks, everyone, and we'll be back next week.
Same time, same channel.
Yes. Bye.